Xin chào. So if you want to know why I find Danang a very livable city and why you should come here and why do I think that Danang is a great place also for Westerners to stay longer or long term, then you should stick around. Hi, this is Marcel with another video, and I am finally in Danang after my second visa run. As mentioned in my previous video, the 90-day visa rule is not implemented yet, and we don't know when this will happen. So for the time being, those guys like me, they have to just apply for the 30-day e-visa and have to do the visa run thing. Though I have also good news to share. Thailand also now got rid of all its restrictions finally. Now you can also enter Thailand without any restrictions. So no tests or any other things are needed anymore. You can just freely travel. So let's get back to the topic. Why I find Danang a very livable and suitable city. First of all, I've been to Danang 2 months ago or 3 months ago for 2 days. And at the time I just found the city very, very interesting, something new, big city and at the ocean, a beautiful place. But at the time I lived in Nha Trang. But now after spending 2 months in Nha Trang, I thought it's time to get out of there and see something new. And I thought of Danang. And the moment I arrived actually in Danang a few days ago and I moved into my new hotel, and after checking into my hotel, which by the way does cost me only $6.30 per night. Yes, I even got a cheaper deal here in Danang than in Nha Trang, probably because of the rainy season. Now it's rainy season, storm season, typhoon season. Danang just recently experienced a typhoon, so I think that has something to do. I don't see many tourists here except Koreans, but I will get to this in a minute. $6.30. I mean, including electricity, by the way, including water, including Wi-Fi. It's $190 per month. This is the deal I got. That's a private deal. I didn't go through Airbnb, because these people, when they sell their apartments to Airbnb, Airbnb takes a commission. So what I started doing now, I deal directly with the people here and ask them, hey, how much can you rent this place for me? And then I show them the price they normally take on Airbnb, and then you always get a cheaper deal, a better deal, Anyway, after checking into my hotel and walking down the streets to explore a little bit, I immediately got a great vibe from the city. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, it's a very comfortable feeling, and it probably has to do with the certain things I will name now. The first thing I want to mention is the great infrastructure. From what I've seen, there are very wide, large and big roads, like 4, 5, 6, even I counted 8 lanes in one direction. So it seems that the city planners and the city planning was very well done, at least when you compare it to other cities like Saigon or Hanoi. So when I compare, for example, Danang with Saigon, Saigon is a mess, I'm sorry to say, in terms of traffic. You also have motorbikes here, of course, and you have cars, but the streets are just much wider. There is simply no traffic jam here, and everything is very orderly. Even what I was very surprised noticing is that when I approached my first traffic light, the cars and the motorbikes, they really stop in front of the red traffic light. I have not seen that in any other city in Vietnam. Here, people, cars, motorbikes, they really stop when they have a red light. Of course, when you cross the street, you want to make sure that not some motorbike is sneaking through, and they do. But this is something very unusual here in Vietnam. The traffic is very orderly. It's very well managed and very disciplined. You know, it's almost like in Europe. You know, that's one thing. Yeah, Da Nang is also very centrally located within Vietnam. You know, it's right in the center of the country. You have Hanoi in the north, you have Saigon in the south, so it's logistically, I think, very easy also to reach other places within Vietnam. And Da Nang itself, even it is a very big city. I mean, look, you have to understand, I'm coming from Nha Trang. When you compare Nha Trang to Da Nang, you know, Nha Trang is a village. Even Nha Trang is a relatively large city with 300,000 inhabitants, yeah, but Da Nang has, I don't know, over 1 million or something like that. Even though the city is very big, you can reach points of interest very quickly by motorbike, by car, due to the great infrastructure, the wide roads, you know, and also the way the roads are built and connected, I think makes a lot of sense. And so you can reach things very, very quickly. The other thing is the airport. The airport in Da Nang is located within the city, basically within the city center. So once you arrive at the airport, you have only like probably 5, 10, maximum 15 minutes by car or motorbike to your hotel, which is so convenient, yeah. Except Saigon, the airport in Saigon is also within the city, but Hanoi, for example, the airport is like at least an hour drive at the outskirts. So this is also a very convenient thing, yeah. So you don't spend much money or time on transportation. I mentioned the traffic already. Completely different story here in Da Nang. English level of the people, I find it better. This is what I have experienced during the few days I've been here now. Yes, in general, this is my perception and experience. People have a better English level than in Nha Trang. Yeah. So I compare Da Nang to Nha Trang, not so much with Saigon, because I have not really stayed long time in Saigon, just a few days. But yeah, of course, the English level in Saigon is also, it's better than in the countryside, right? You also have a lot of international hotels here in Da Nang, which also gives it the international flair. You know, you have the Hyatt Hotel here, you have the Hilton, you have I think the Intercontinental, just to name a few. So yeah, these international hotel chains are very well established here in Da Nang. I just saw the other day a JW Marriott is in the pipeline. I think that was supposed to be open already, but due to the crisis we had, they stopped finishing the project. But you know, you have a lot of places to go, to hang out and to spend. Other than that, of course, you have plenty of things to do in Da Nang. Yeah, starting with visiting Hoi An in the south. Yeah, this ancient old town, small city, which is so picturesque and very famous among foreign travelers. And you have Marble Mountain, you have the famous female lady Buddha, you know, the tallest female Buddha in the world. You have the Golden Bridge, which you can visit. They have mountains here. Yeah, beautiful mountains. I believe even you can hike these mountains. You have obviously, and of course, Mike Beach, I don't know if it is the longest beach, but at least it is the longest beach I have seen in my entire life of traveling. And it's a massive beach. It's a gigantic beach, 50 kilometers. It's stretching, a beautiful beach, perfect for walks in the morning. When the beach is busy with a lot of Vietnamese people hanging out, exercising and enjoying, walking around, playing any kind of sports. The sun is rising, it's misty, you know, it's just beautiful. It's a great way to start the day. You know, the beach is just a couple of minutes away from my hotel. I mean, it's really like paradise, you know, like really, you wake up in the morning, you go to the beach, the sun is rising. And the vista, the view, the setting it's just great. The next thing, the nightlife, as you know, for those of you who watch my videos, who follow me, I'm not a nightlife guy, not anymore. Yeah, I used to be very crazy in former times, but I scrapped that. So I cannot tell you much about the nightlife, and I also for sure will not tell you in the future. But I hear there are plenty of clubs with DJs and stuff. You know, you have also a lot of Japanese style joints, Japanese bars. You know, I don't know what that is all about, but guys who've been to Asia or Japan, they know better than me. I think they are kind of these hostess bars, you know, which is very popular in Japan. Because I know a lot of girls, very beautiful looking girls, they are working in these bars, but I've never been there. I just can assume. So you might correct me if I'm wrong. Clubs and DJs for sure, they are here. And then the other stuff, which Vietnamese people are doing also, you know, I don't know, hanging out at the beach, coffee shops and stuff, this typical Vietnamese stuff. And what I've also noticed here in Da Nang, you still have at this time plenty of Korean tourists at the moment. And also you can clearly see that the local people, the Vietnamese, they are catering to the Korean market. You have you can find Korean supermarkets here. They call it the K markets, you know, and besides of seeing all these Korean people strolling around in the city, you have a lot of shops and restaurants, even advertised in Korean language. So the city is very much really focused on the Korean market. I have not seen any Russian language signs. This is more the case in Nha Trang, because Nha Trang used to be a Russian naval base up until the 80s. So most probably, therefore, the Russians are traveling to Nha Trang all the time, or they used to travel. But here in Da Nang, I think it's more a Korean joint, and also popular among Westerners, like probably Americans, Europeans anyway. But I don't mind, you know, it's good to see tourists here, even there are Koreans, but I have nothing against Koreans, you know, they are very, from my point of view, very easygoing and rather shy people, you know. They don't do any harm, they're just here and visiting the city, and it's warm weather, and now in Korea it starts to get into the fall season, into the winter season, right? So yeah, and obviously the airport in Da Nang also has much more destinations which is flying to, right? I don't know how many, I listed them in my previous video. So yeah, Koreans can come, Japanese people can come, Singaporeans can come. I flew directly from Kuala Lumpur here, Kuala Lumpur, that's why I say KL, you know, because it's much shorter to pronounce. So I flew from KL to Da Nang just the other day, direct flight, 2.5 hours, $80, very affordable price. And as far as I know, they fly daily, yeah, and they also fly to Bangkok. So when I have to leave Da Nang in a few weeks, I will most likely fly to Bangkok. It's a 2.5 hour flight, and probably not very expensive anyway. And so yeah, that's my evaluation of Da Nang after the first few days of staying here. Again, I get a very good vibe from the city. I have not mentioned the beautiful bridges which are here, yeah, beautiful bridges. It's the Han River. Is it the Han River? Yeah, the Han River here. Massive bridges, a massive river. This river reminds me of Germany, the River Rhine we have in Germany, and cities like Cologne and Düsseldorf, you know, they also are divided by the River Rhine, and the Rhine River is a massive wide river, and so the different parts of the city are connected by these massive bridges. So this reminds me also of Germany a little bit. But yeah, the city overall, it has so many things, so many different things and aspects. So, and the combination of that really makes it very attractive. Da Nang is really a very attractive place because of these different things I mentioned. They all come together, and there are probably even more things and aspects other travelers have experienced. But for me, you know, I'm a nature guy. I love the mountains. I love the East Sea. I love the food and the space and yeah, how everything is arranged here. That's it for today. I don't want to make it too long. You want to stay tuned for more videos in the near future about Danang. Let's see what I'm going to explore in the future. For sure there will be coming more videos because I want to share this with you, my experience here in Vietnam. And yeah, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for your support. Thanks for all your comments. Keep commenting. Keep posting these comments. They are very interesting for me, not only for me, but also for the other viewers, because we all can learn from them. And also thanks for sharing your advice in these comments, because this is something we all need. We learn, you know, even me, you know, there are sometimes very useful tips and hints from other travelers. So stay healthy, stay safe, guys and girls, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.